Hey, what's good, family? What's good? How we doing? So, for this video today, I just got back from the gym, right, with my lady, and this was actually a previous thought to today, but I was really just being more mindful of the circumstances today at the gym. So, when I go to the gym, I don't always listen to music. I I don't even wear headphones half the time. I'll go in, do my workout, and I'll just be mindful of my surroundings. And this it's not like I'm just not thinking of anything. Sometimes I am, right? I get lost in the workout, in the hustle, in the grind. But at the same time, I could be working on myself. I can be in a whole nother dimension. I could be out of my body in that moment and just envisioning what I'm doing either later that day. Like, for example, today I was envisioning making this video. I didn't know where I was going to be, which I had the idea of where I was going to be in the garage, but you feel me? It's that's not something I was doing. So that's a lesson for next time. It's helped me visualize further. But I just knew the video idea that I wanted to make. So even just having the thought of that betterment, I feel like will align you to that path or to that frequency. And it's not the only time I've done that. It could be future moments as well that I'm envisioning in the present. Like how, for example, how me and my lady are moving out soon to a new city. And yeah, it's coming soon. And I'm very excited for that because it's going to be a whole new chapter for myself and my lady and my dog. But, sorry, the water heater went off. But that takes a lot of willfulness to be able to sit with yourself, and it takes a lot of honesty and authenticity. And I say that because at that moment you only have yourself. So if you are, let's say you're a Christian and you're a hypocrite and you have premarital sex, or you have whatever the case may be, let's just go with that example, right? But you still do it. When you are working out, you would be thinking of that, and you would be thinking about how this is wrong and how this doesn't align with what you're following, with what you're being. But that's a whole nother thing. So another example I could say is that, maybe I need to be fasting. Maybe I'm not eating as well as I should be, and it's affecting how I'm working out. So that's just the only thing that I have in my mind. Damn, I shouldn't have had this. Damn, I shouldn't have had this burger, these fries. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten that before I came in. Maybe I should have fasted. Maybe I should have had a juice. Maybe I should have had some water, a fruit. You feel me? And we're only 4 minutes into this video. Let me get some water real quick. But it's really just a conscious act, not only towards yourself presently, but your future self, your past self, because you could also be healing trauma in the present moment, diving into the past while diving into healing the future, healing the past, building the future in the present moment, because that's all there is. You could be having a very deep thought. You could be in a very deep thought out of your body, explaining to yourself the situation that you went through when you were 5 years old, when you were 6 years old, and how that really just affected you in that moment. And what can I realize about this situation that's affecting me now, that I'm still reliving every single day. You know, it could be you freeze up when altercations happen. It could be you are scared to be social. It could be you're antisocial, you know, say like that. It could be if you get depression. It could be if you can't walk into public spaces. Same thing. I already said that. It could be you get in your head about certain foods or vegetables or fruits. You know, whatever the case may be, during that time that you are basically meditating and giving that time back to yourself, you're able to now confront that side of yourself, your shadow side, and heal that. On top of that point as well, all in all, it's really just, like I said, a meditative state that you get into that can boost the experience of working out for the rest of the day into tomorrow and the next and the next and the next. And I feel like, at least for myself, it's really gotten into this habit of allowing myself to train my ego into wanting to go to the gym, into wanting betterment, because we're giving that time back to myself. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I will listen to music, sometimes I will listen to frequencies, sometimes I listen to a podcast, sometimes I listen to a YouTube video, but it's all surrounding betterment. If it's a YouTube video, if it's a podcast, it's surrounding betterment. Now, sometimes I will listen to rap music that isn't the best lyrically in the terms of growth and authenticity, but at that point, I'm listening to the beats. And how can I alchemize the beat into what I'm doing right now? How can I alchemize the beat into me working on my business, or me going after my career, or just how I allow my thoughts to flow. It could be anything. And so with that, that's really all I got for this video. I just wanted to share that. Honestly, I've been working out without music now it's just a guess, because now it feels like I've always done this, but I could estimate 4 years, maybe a little more, you know, because it got to a point to where I was just listening. Music doesn't really get me hyped. Now, yes, it gets you in the mood, but I feel like I don't need that motivation, because I have that understanding of what this can do for me, not only right now, but for the future, because I'm not working out for myself right now, although I am, but the benefits don't come right now. It takes that consistency to be able to see that for yourself. And I've been working out for so long now. I'm 21 years old physically, but I've been working out since I was 14. I remember the days I couldn't even do 2 push-ups. I'm gonna be real, right? I couldn't even do a pull-up. But now, in terms of push-ups, I've had days where I do 1,000 push-ups in a day. Now, I won't lie, I've been slacking a little bit on it, but I can still get to that point. So yeah, I mean, that's all I got for this video. I feel like I could keep going, but I feel like I said what I needed to say. And just thank you for the continued support. This is my 3rd video in the past 2 days, because my first video that I made, even though I stayed up all night last night, I made it around 11 p.m. and then my next video was closer to 4 a.m. So I got 3 hours of sleep, but but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I went to the gym. Like shit. It's my day off. Shit. I'm just gonna work on myself today. I am trying to upload another video today about Freemasonry. So I do have to set aside time for that. I'm really just gonna be talking about an introduction to Freemasonry, the symbolisms to look out for, who's a Freemason, what Freemasons do behind closed doors. What else? That's gonna be the basis of it. I just have the title in my notes: Occultism, Freemasonry. So yeah, it's something I would love to introduce to you, to the viewer, to my reflection. And all in all, take care of yourself, love yourself, and just make sure you give time back to yourself in whatever way that may be for yourself. Love y'all. Peace.